Hello, I'm Fast Lawyer. Today we're doing a live review of Little Nightmares 2 Enhanced Edition VR experience. So technically I'm only reviewing the VR experience. I've already beat the game, but my thoughts are not on the game itself, but on the VR experience using UEVR, the Unreal Engine VR mod. And this is one of the most beautiful games that I've ever played with UEVR. In fact, it would be one of the most beautiful VR games I've ever played. Now, I am pushing the limits of my RTX 3080, so I'll be honest, I'm usually getting 72 frames per second, 78 frames per second, 80 frames per second, sometimes 90, but usually, some drop frames, but not very noticeable because, this is, for the most part, a side-scrolling game. There is a lot of 3D depths to it, though. First, let's go look at the settings real quick, because I want to show you. These are my settings, and if we go to advanced, you see that I have it custom, anti-aliasing it high, ray tracing very high. That's probably what's making it drop some frames there. Post-processing ultra, textures ultra, shadows ultra, effects ultra. Again, this is the enhanced edition. Depth of field low because I don't want anything blurred. And let's go ahead and let's select the chapter. Let's select the chapter where I don't have any hats. Okay, let's see. By the way, just to show that I've beaten the game, there you go. All right, but let's select chapter 3 just randomly because that's where I have not picked a hat. So I want to pick up at least one hat there. How did I miss both hats? And the lighting is just so beautiful. Now, I'm also going to show the options for UEVR. Not that they're really that important, because basically, the only thing really here is that this is openXR, and this is a 2D screen mode. So what 2D screen mode does is let me take it off 2D screen mode just for a little bit. So you see, this is non 2D screen mode. It's still VR, but it doesn't look as good in this mode. If you want to make it look better, and again, there's less screen, and I think it makes it look better. So this is 2D screen mode, and I think it really helps a lot. And native stereo skip draw, I am losing link cable. I've heard some people have issues with virtual desktop, so beware. But anyways, look at the lighting here. It looks amazing. The visuals are just chef's kiss here. I mean these are some of the most beautiful shadows, lighting that you'll ever see. Did I miss a hat already? Where is the hat, by the way? Where are the hats? Where am I missing the hat? Not the most important thing. But I want to show different areas so you can see just how beautiful the lighting is. Again, this is 2D screen mode, openXR, ray tracing on. Those are really the important points there. And like I said, I'm not reviewing the game. My short review for Little Nightmares 2 is that I really love playing the game, but what I really loved though was just the amazing visuals. This game shows that you can make a beautiful game with ray tracing, and it could still run on a 3080. Okay. Right now I'm getting like 81, 82 frames per second. Again, if I lowered the ray tracing, I could get 90 frames per second. I could easily get 90 frames per second if I wanted to, but I'm really pushing the visuals as far as my 3080 will take me. But yeah, if I wanted steady 90 frames per second, I could easily get that as well. Oh, you can't. I thought you could get that. Okay. So where did I miss? Where are the hats? How did I miss a hat? Okay. You know what? I should have selected the level with a flashlight because I think that would have really shown how good the lighting is. But that's all right. We don't need it. So, to me, this is one of the best looking VR games. And just based on the visuals, I'd give it a 10 out of 10 because this is one of the best delightful visually experience I've had in VR ever. I'll be really sad if I find out I missed a hat already. Because I feel bad about missing a hat. I mean, how did I miss both of them? Is that a hat? No, that's not a hat. Why would I think that's a hat? It doesn't even look like it. Wait, did I die? How did I die? I thought that was actually just part of the game. I'm not going to play for very long, but I want to show as many different scenes as possible in a short amount of time. Again, this is 2D screen mode, openXR, ray tracing on, 3080, Little Nightmares 2 Enhanced Edition. Oh, you're supposed to come here. I thought you were supposed to make it crash. I got my levels mixed up. There's another one where you actually have to make it crash. I've already got my scenes messed up. I thought for sure the whole point was to make it crash. I got it mixed up with another scene where you actually have to make it crash. Oh, there's the flashlight. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. We get to show it. So, again, I wanted to show off the lighting. Look at this lighting. Look at this. And did I miss a hat somewhere? Look at this. Ah, man, I hope there's a scene where we actually go, not just side-scrolling, but actually go on the, I guess, the 3D plane. I'm not sure if we describe it as 3D, but there's parts of this game that are pretty cool because you actually stop side-scrolling and actually go on the third dimension. Which, you know, it's a 3D game. It really is. It's not really you can't even say it's a 2.5 3D scroller. It's a complete 3D game, although you're usually just going sideways, true. But I must have missed... Where's the hat? Where's the hat? I'm going to be sad if I don't get a hat. Is that a hat? No? But yeah, look at the amazing lighting. Obviously, the visuals, great atmosphere, amazing visuals. Look at this. It's not just a 3D side scroller. It looks great. It runs great. Like I said, yeah, I'm getting 70 frames per second now. 84. The lowest I've seen is 62. But I'm pushing it. If I just went down on the ray tracing, it would run at an 80. Like if I just went from what I think I have it on ultra, very high. I think if I just went from very high to just high, I think I could get 90. Believe it or not. Definitely medium. If I just lowered it to medium rate trace, I'd definitely get a steady 90 frames. Yeah, I have to go there. I don't think I have a choice. I think I'm gonna miss the hat. I must have missed the hat already. I have a feeling I already missed one hat. But look at these visuals. Look at all this eye candy. You know, there's a lot of good UEVR experiences, but this would be among the best. There we go. Look at this. Look at the 3D depths here. you get, even though this is a 2D screen, like really near your eyes, this is a whole lot of 3D depth here. You can actually feel going down this hallway. And you know that ray tracing, you know, we really need ray tracing for VR. We really do. That's what really going to make these spaces feel alive, feel, you know, give it that extra immersion. Look at this lighting. Wow. So it's definitely possible to do. Like, a lot of people don't believe. Like, there's got to be a hat here that I missed. There's just got to be. And you know, this, I think that's the answer right there. But we're not looking for answers. Wait, is that a hat? That's a hat. That's a hat. It was. Okay, we gotta put our hat on. Oh, I didn't even know about this hat. Wait. I could have been wearing this hat all along, and I didn't even know I had that hat. Okay, we gotta put both hats on though. Okay, we found a hat. We're happy. Okay. All right. Well, we're going to end the video there because I don't want to do any spoilers on this game and the puzzles, how to solve them. But, again, UEVR, you know, thanks to the whole Flat to VR community for working on this mod. By the way, I'm on the nightly version. I need to make that clear. This is the nightly version. And what? I didn't know there were donkey sounds in this game. Well, how did I miss that the first time around? But anyways, I'm Fast Lawyer. This has been my live review, not of Little Nightmares 2. Like I said, I just beat the game tonight, and this is one of the best VR experiences I've ever had, visually speaking, but the game is also great. But like I said, I'm not really reviewing the game. I'm reviewing the VR experience with UEVR. I guess I should make clear, because some people will not understand, but I'm not using motion controllers. I'm using a gamepad to play. I think that should be obvious, but I guess some people, you know, you can show them something that's very obvious, and they'll still be like, what? Wait, you don't support motion controllers? No, the gameplay would not. I mean, I'm sure somebody here could make a motion controller game out of this somehow, with motion control somehow doing some of the stuff, you know, like actually like instead of jumping on this, I'm sure somebody could change the controls to actually just hold down the lever. But you know, that wouldn't be that would go against the intended gameplay. You know, what the game is calibrated for. I don't think that would be a good idea. But I wanted to show how good the visuals are. That's really what this video is all about. The VR experience. It looks amazing. I mean, the visuals look sharp. They look crisp. High resolution graphics. High resolution textures. Amazing lighting. Look at these shadows. Look at these shadows here. the ray tracing, it just makes these scenes come to life. And if you haven't tried UEVR, Little Nightmares 2 Enhanced Edition would be up there. Just remember, openXR. I'm using link cable. Virtual Desktop might have some issues with Little Nightmares 2. At least some people have reported some issues. I don't know if everyone has them. You know, I have ray tracing on my RTX 3080 and 2D mode. And yeah, I mean, it works great. Highly recommended. One of the best. So if I have to give this a rating, if I have to rate this, I'd give this a 10 out of 10. Like I said, this is one of the best VR experiences that I've ever had. And this is through a VR mod. Again, this just proves that you don't need motion controls to make a great VR experience. You know, some people are pretty close-minded about that. I think you can only play VR with motion controllers. That's simply not true. You know, and some people believe you need 360 VR for great. And again, you could, if you take away 2D mode, you could see the whole thing. But I have 2D mode on specifically because I think it makes the game look better. Anyways, I'm Fast Lawyer. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.